Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be all about selling pre-loved clothing on eBay, and in my opinion what I'm going to share with you today is the absolute fastest way to make £500 a month profit on eBay right now. Now what I'm sharing with you today is specifically for UK based sellers. This is for selling on ebay.co.uk only, so if you are based outside the UK, unfortunately what I'm sharing with you in this video today won't work. But we do have tons of other ways that you can make money with us online. Just check the links out in the description for more info on that. Anyway, if you are based in the UK, you're going to want to watch the rest of this video because I've got something super cool to share with you in this video. So this is essentially a 5-step process to take you from nothing to £500 a month in actual profit. Now let me explain how you're actually going to make £500 a month in profit. Well, we are a clothing wholesaler, so we have tons and tons of used women's clothing available in our catalogue, and we have about 500 pieces of women's clothing available right now that we provide for new to eBay, for new resellers to resell on eBay, and we add roughly about 100 new items to that catalogue every single week. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create an eBay seller account, okay, if you haven't already got one. Now if you do have an eBay account perhaps as a buyer, then you can just use that account as your seller account. But the most important part of this is that that account must be a private selling account, okay, not a business account, okay, does not have a store, just a plain selling account as a private seller on eBay. And there's a very specific reason why this alone is going to help you make £500 a month profit on eBay. Now you're probably wondering why a private seller account and not a business seller account. Well, there's very one specific reason, and the reason for this is that selling used clothing, okay, which is what we make available to you, is used women's clothing. This is now entirely free for you to both list and sell on ebay.co.uk. Okay, this is a recent change. It's only just happened the last few months on eBay, but it's only for private sellers. Okay, so this means there are no listing fees and there are no selling fees, and this essentially means that you get to keep 100% of every sale as profit. Okay, and this is how we can get you to £500 a month in profit with the items that we have available for you to sell right now. Now, all you need to do, okay, is enroll in our clothing resale program, okay, which costs just $395. And for this, what you get is you get your first £1,000 of clothing sales on us, okay. What this essentially means is that we will cover the cost of every item you sell on eBay, okay, until you make £1,000 in sales on eBay, okay. And that's how you're going to make your £500 a month profit. So let me just reiterate what you actually get with this. When you enroll in this program, we'll give you complete access to over 500 pieces of women's clothing that you can sell on eBay right now. You can then add those items to eBay, and every single item that you sell until you make £1,000 in sales on eBay, we're going to ship to your customer absolutely free. You don't need to pay for the item whatsoever. So you actually get to keep 100% of every single sale, because you're not going to be paying for the items. You're not going to be paying eBay any fees because you've got a private selling account, and you're not going to be paying to list the items on eBay because you can list up to 1,000 items on a private seller account. So there are no fees whatsoever. There is no cost for the goods sold. Guys, this is an unbelievable opportunity for you right now. If you're looking to make money on eBay and you have an eBay account right now that you're not making use of, then you should absolutely make use of it with what I'm going to share in this video. So the first step is to create an eBay seller account if you don't already have one. You can use an existing eBay account and you can use that as your selling account, but make sure the account is a private account, because that is the way that you're going to get zero fees, okay, zero listing fees and zero selling fees. Now once you've done that, you can just head to this website. There's a link in the description down below. You can enroll in the program. You can get started straight away. So let's move on to step number 3. Those are the first 2 steps. Right, step number 3 is essentially adding items to your watch list. Now the first thing you want to do once you roll in the program is you want to launch our pre-loved clothing catalog. Now I've already got this up here, so this is what you see here. This is a larger version of our catalog, and you can see there is about 500 items available in stock. It shows the sold items as well. Those are items which are recently been sold by people who are already enrolled in this program as well. So essentially what you can do is you can browse this catalog and actually pick the items that you want to sell on eBay. Now, personally, my recommendation is this is ordered by newest to oldest. So the items at the bottom of this list have been in our catalog the longest, and the items at the top of the list have been in the catalog for the shortest amount of time. Now, we add roughly about 100 new items every single week, so you'll generally see new items being added to this catalog on an almost daily basis. So my personal recommendation is to just work from the top down. Okay, so just add the items at the top of this list to your eBay first. Those items will have the highest sell-through rate because the items at the bottom of the list have been in our catalog for longer and will probably sell through slower. So once you have access to this catalog, what exactly do you do with it? Now, one of the advantages of this program is you don't need to list items on eBay individually. Okay, so this brings me down to this section here. Now, you can obviously read through all this information. I'm going to post all the links to all of this in the description down below so you can go and check it out after the video. But essentially, you can save time by using our pre-made eBay import files. Okay, now these will work with a private seller account. You don't have to be a business seller. And essentially how these work is rather than you creating listings individually on eBay, manually, inputting all the listing data and uploading the images one by one, that just horrendous. That just takes way too much time. What we've done for you is for every single item in our clothing catalog, we've pre-made the files. We have populated these files with all of the listing data. So all the product images are in there, all the item specifics are in there, all the product titles, all the pricing, everything is in these pre-made files. Now all you have to do is download these pre-made files for any of the items available in our catalog right now and just upload that item to eBay via their file uploads section, which I will just show you exactly how that works right now. So all you have to do is download the product file just as it says here and then go to this page whilst logged into eBay. Okay, so this is the page. This is actually my own eBay seller account, just to show an example. And what you need to do is click this upload template button here. So skip this, you're going straight to step 3. Because essentially what we've done all of this for you. You just need to do this bit, the upload bit, right? So you want to click upload template, select the file, which I'll show you how to get in a second, and that's it. Within less than 5 seconds, you will have an eBay listing for the item that you've chosen from our catalog live on your eBay account with all of the product images, all of the pricing done, all of the item specifics done, have its description done, everything done, ready to sell within less than 5 seconds. And you can repeat that process for as many items as you want. So how do you get these import files? Well, this is how you do it, right? So this brings us on to step 3, which is adding items to your watch list. Now, the reason you want to do this is so you can actually track the items you're selling, okay? So the reason you would want to do this is because we allow multiple sellers to sell the same items. So we have on average roughly about 500 pieces of women's clothing that we make available for you to resell on eBay right now, but there are lots and lots of sellers who can sell these items. So what we do is that everyone subscribes to what we call watch item notifications. And what that simply means is that in order for you to get the product file to upload to eBay, you have to subscribe to the item for watch item notifications. And all this simply means is that if somebody else who is selling the item as well, if they sell the item, then all the sellers get notified immediately, okay? And that means then you can go onto eBay and you can pull the item down so that you don't continue selling items which have been sold by other people. Now, to give you an example of this, if you head over to the catalog again, you will see we have what we call a watchers column here. And this watchers column indicates how many people, how many current active sellers are actually selling that particular item. So that gives you an idea of the competition for that particular item. So these are active sellers who are already enrolled in this program, this exact program that I'm explaining to you here in this video. That's how many other people are selling that item. So obviously if you find an item with less competition, then obviously the item might be easier for you to sell. But don't be put off by the number of watches, okay? So there's, if an item's got 3, 4, 5 watches or 5 other sellers, that doesn't mean that you won't sell it. You absolutely will, and you're in full control of your pricing as well. And remember, once you enroll in this program, you're not paying for any items. You don't have any cost of goods sold. So the price you can actually sell the item for can be perhaps a lot lower, or you can accept an offer from a buyer a lot lower than somebody who is having to pay for the items, right? So this is one of the advantages of enrolling in this program as a new seller, because it means that you do have a price advantage because you're enrolling, you're paying the enrollment fee, the $395 enrollment fee. Then after that, you're not paying anything until you've made £1,000 in sales on eBay. So you have a massive price advantage, which allows you to enter this market and be super, super competitive with your pricing on eBay. So how do you actually get the product files? Well, all you need to do is go through the catalog, find the items you want to sell. And I said work from the top down. That's the best way to do it. So if I work from the top down here and I go for this SKU here, this is the second one down. If I click watch item here, this will take us over to the watch item page. Now all I need to do is just enter my email address. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my email address in there and I'm going to click subscribe to notifications. Okay, very simple. And then it will give you a subscription activated page, right? Just to let you know that you are now subscribed to receive watch item notifications for this particular item. So if this item sells in an hour's time, you will be immediately notified. Now, as you can also see right there in the center of the page, there is a download eBay CSV button. Okay, now if you click this button, it will download the file. You can see it's gone into my my downloads, right? So what I can do from there is that I can now go back to eBay and I can upload template. Okay, I can click upload template and you can see the choose file button is hidden behind my face there. It's this blue one here. You can click choose file and then you can select that file that we just downloaded and then it will create the listing on eBay for you. Okay, and you can repeat this process for as many items as you want to upload to eBay. Now, when you're just starting out, okay, when you've just first created your eBay account, there's a little bit of a setup process to do. Now, if you get stuck with this, you can reach out to me directly. Just join our seller community. There's a free link for that in the description also. Reach out to me directly. I can actually help set up your eBay account correctly so that it will accept these import files. But essentially, this is how you do it, okay? It's this step-by-step guide which gives you every single time you add an item to your watch list and you get presented with a download file, it tells you exactly how to set up your what they call business policies on eBay. And this is essentially a very, very short 4-step setup process to enabling the file uploads to actually work on your eBay account. But we offer full support, which you can access at any time, and I can actually go in and set this up on your account for you, right from the start, and then you'll never have to do it again. Anyway, so you can just repeat that process with as many items as you want to add to your eBay account. Now, the more items you add, the faster you'll grow. It's completely up to you. I recommend picking a number, 5 items per day, 10 items per day, 15 items per day. Pick a number, be consistent with it. You can see exactly how fast it is to create items on eBay using this upload method. So adding 10 or 15 items a day to your eBay account is a super breeze, and within 2 to 3 months you could easily get your eBay account up to 500 plus items. You've got no listing fees, no selling fees, and you will be easily doing £500 a month on eBay with no fees and no cost of goods whatsoever. So that, guys, is exactly how you make £500 a month on eBay. So heading back over to the guide. Step number 4, once you start adding items to your watch list, again, you can request access to this watch item list, which you do through our reseller community. Just reach out to myself from there and say, hey, I've just started selling your clothing on eBay. I've just enrolled in your program. Can you give me access to your watch item list? And I will share with you a personalized link, which you can then get access. You can bookmark that link in your browser and you can get access to your watch item list at any time. And that allows you to then track your items on a daily basis, and you can actually see the statuses of all of the items that you're selling. So, for example, what this allows you to do is that if, for example, you miss a notification, so you miss an email notification or something like that about an item which recently sold, if you just make it a habit to check your watch item list either once or twice daily, once in the morning, once in the evening, you can check all of the items that you are currently watching, which essentially will be all of the items that you are currently selling. So that means the items you're watching, if you see a status that says sold and it's in your watch list, then you know to go on eBay and pull the item from your store because it's already been sold by somebody else. This is the purpose of creating watch item notifications, okay? This process is extremely simple, works flawlessly, and it essentially allows multiple people to sell the same items, just as long as everyone gets notified immediately as those items become no longer available. And step number 5, which is essentially the final step, there is one more step which I'll talk about in a second, but step number 5 is essentially what happens when you make a sale. Well, very, very simply, all you do is you pull up your watch item list, or you can pull up the catalog as well, such as this, and you just click the buy now button. Okay, so all you do is click the buy now button, and you can just pop in the order details here, and you can just upload your shipping label, which contains the customer address. You get your shipping label from eBay directly, and that's it. We'll handle the rest. We'll ship the item direct to your customer, completely white label. The customer won't know it come from us. They'll think it comes directly from you. This is what we call drop shipping, and job done. Basically, it honestly, guys, I can't even begin to explain how the process can be any simpler. It is by far the most simplest way to start selling clothing on eBay. And if you're trying to make extra money right now, I know lots of people are, then guys, this is probably one of the best ways to do it. One of the fastest ways that you can actually scale to 500 a month on eBay is by selling pre-loved clothing. It's a growing economy. Do you know what I mean? Pre-loved clothing is high in demand at the moment, and yeah, there's no better time to start than right now. So, one more thing before I go. Number 6 is scaling your reselling business. Okay, so this is one extra step. So what happens when you do actually, when you reach 500 a month? You're pretty happy at £500 a month, I'm sure. Most people would be. But what happens if you want to actually scale further from there? Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, we actually operate and own a clothing wholesale business. Okay, so through that wholesale business, we actually source and supply and distribute wholesale ladies' clothing. And what we can effectively do for you if you are looking to scale, okay, once you've grown your account to your first £1,000 in sales, okay, which is what our program will help you do, we will actually invite you, if you want, completely optional, we will invite you to look at and join our wholesale clothing program. And what this essentially is this removes the element of drop shipping, where we supply the products direct to your customers for you. And what we start doing is you start buying clothing wholesale from us directly, and we ship that clothing to you wholesale directly to you for you to photograph and actually list on your own eBay account yourself. Okay, and we provide all of the infrastructure and back end for you to do that in a very, very efficient way. We can teach you exactly how to do it. We've been an eBay clothing seller ourselves for a very, very long time. I've personally done more than 1 million in clothing sales on ebay.co.uk alone. I've actually sold over 100,000 items on ebay.co.uk women's clothing, which you can just head over to my eBay store, just type in Jason Carl Morgan eBay. Just want to show you guys, just to prove to you that I'm not bullshitting. Pull up Jason Carl Morgan eBay, and you can see this is my eBay store. It's got ladies' clothing in it right now. 100% positive feedback, guys, but more importantly, that figure there, 100,000 items sold on eBay since my account was open in 2007. Okay, so my biggest period on eBay was between 2014 2019, and throughout that period we had our own warehouse with like 10 members of staff. We were doing roughly about 80 to 100 orders per day. So I've done this on a really, really high level. Like I said, sold well in excess of 1 million in clothing sales on ebay.co.uk, guys. So I'd like to think that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to used clothing sales on eBay. Anyway, enough about me, more about you. Guys, this is how I can help you make £500 a month on eBay. And because using a private seller account, you can actually do this with no fees. They've now enabled it so you can actually do £500 a month on eBay, and you can actually keep it all as well. So that's how you make £500 a month profit on eBay. You can do it with a private seller account. You can do it with our clothing. All you need is these 5 simple steps, guys, And if you need my help or support, there are links down in the description below. Just join my reseller community. Come and have a chat with me. I don't bite. If you want to have a one-on-one call, you can book a free call with me as well, and we can have a one-on-one chat like this. But yeah, guys, other than that, I don't know how to put it any other way, guys. I think it's super simple. Anyone can do this. Literally anyone can. Pretty much everyone has an eBay account, I think, which is most people not using their eBay account for any selling purposes whatsoever. So if you're not using it for any selling purposes and you fancy making yourself a couple £100 a month in profit, then yeah, by all means, take a look at this. Link down below. If you have any questions, leave in the comments down below, or just reach out to me via the seller community, and I will be more than happy to help get you started. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Right, see you later. Cheers.